I mean, this is a hectic pace for you. Are you traveling back and forth?
Well, I do a live show in New York every day for an hour, an interview program such as you're doing. Since it is live, they don't like it on tape, and so I have to go back and forth on that shuttle 2 or 3 times a week, and it gets a little wearing.
Oh, you must know the airports pretty well
But
by now.
yes, I do. I do. But I don't mind it too much. But I can only do the program until this Sunday is my last performance, and then Hans Conried comes in, and he's a lovely actor and charming, and he came to see the show last night. And I sing a song in the show, as a woman.
Yes.
And he won't be
How
able
is
to
he
do
gonna
that.
do that?
He's not going to be able to do it. He'll have to think up another song, I'm afraid.
You started in radio. Do you prefer radio?
The thing about radio that is preferable is that you don't have to worry about your makeup, and you don't have to worry about what dress you have on, and you don't have to worry about what age you are. Nothing matters. And the radio show, you see, I interview, as you do, I interview everybody that is in town that is doing anything of importance. If it's a writer that's, pushing a book, or if it's an actress that's appearing in a play, or if it's a politician that happens to be in town, so that it's not only entertaining for me, it is educational for me, and that's enormously interesting to have somebody different every day. Well, you know that too.
Oh, it is. It's great fun. It's a learning experience.
Yes,
but
it
you know,
is.
you say that you don't have to worry about your makeup or your face, but you look terrific, Arlene. What do you do? How do you take care of yourself?
Thank you. I work all the time.
Is that it? You think
Yes.
that's the secret?
That's the best. That's the best way to survive. Never to give up.
Well, speaking of Side by Side by Sondheim, it is a tribute to Stephen Sondheim. A bunch of his friends got together, didn't they? Is that how this started?
I honestly don't know. I know Stephen. I had done the play last year in Westport for a week. Westport is in Connecticut. It's just outside of New York, and it's a big little theater town, and it's a charming theater. And Mr. Sondheim came to the rehearsals of that because it was going on a long tour, and I could only be in it that week in Westport because I had to get back to my show in New York. And I don't know how the thing started. I think it started, and I think an Englishman got the idea of doing it, who was the original moderator of the show in New York. And as you know, it was an all-English cast when it began in New York. And then, because of equity rulings, they had to be replaced by American performers. And they were successful for, I guess, a year in New York doing it. And then it's been touring all over the United States.
Has to be with great success because it's just a great show.
It has a lot of charm, and it's wide awake, and he does write the most remarkable lyrics,
I think the thing that's astounding about him is you can't, unlike Cole Porter, you can't say that's a Stephen Sondheim tune. I mean, he's so versatile.
He is versatile, but I think you know Steve's music. He dares things that other people. He's newer, more incisive than most of the people that write for musical comedy. I mean, you can't replace the great songs of Rodgers and Hammerstein, and that they're more melodic. Steve is more. He breaks through the barriers of songwriting somehow.
Is age a problem, do you think, for an actress?
It's not a problem if you keep working. I think Hugh Downs. Have you interviewed him yet on his new book?
No.
Well, he's written a paperback called 30 Dirty Lies About Old. And it's a charming little book that says there is no such thing as old. There's older from the time you're born. You're a day older all the time. But that if you manage to keep active, interested, and if you've had the good luck to be healthy, there's no reason why you can't go on as long as you wish to survive.
It's a great attitude.
Anyway, you know that retirement is no good.
No, it isn't.
No.
It really isn't.
People fall apart when they retire.
I know, it's sad. What about game shows today? Because we all know you from What's My Line. And what do you think? Do you think they have as much class and are as good today as they were years ago?
I don't want to denigrate anybody else's programs, but I don't think that the game shows today are as good as the first shows that went on. And I must say, modestly, because I had nothing to do with it except that I was on it, but What's My Line had some style, and it had a kind of presence about it, and there was no greed attached to it. After all, I was on What's My Line for 25 years. It started giving away $50, and it ended only giving away $50. Now, if you know where Grant you know, who's buried in Grant's tomb, you get $10,000 and a trip down the Nile, you know. So that it's more of a question of kind of low comedy and greed now. I don't mean to insult any of you that adore game shows, and I think they're fun too. But I don't think they're quite as prima class as they used to be.
What can we look for in the future? Are you going to write another book? What are your plans?
No, I think I've said it all. I just hope to continue doing my radio program that I've done now for 18 years, and do a play every once in a while when I can, because I love the theater. That's the caviar of the theatrical world, I think.
And you know the other thing I loved? I love the dress I saw you in that night. You have such great taste in clothes.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Nice.
And I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank
and
you.
Thanks for being with us,
It's
Arlene.
a great pleasure.
Okay.
Good luck to you. I
Thank
know
you.
you aren't doing this very long, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm brand new.
You'll be crazy about it.
I
hope
asked
you
you
do
if
it
you gave private lessons.
No, you don't need it.